If you want to trade meme coins and you are looking to 10x your money, I am going to give you the best place to 10x your money. And it's not Solana and it's not Ethereum. It's Hyperliquid and also Abstract. But first, I'm going to break down the best meme charts as of now on Solana so that you know your best entries and exits. Also going to break down Fartcoin, which is the premier meme coin as of now and leading the entire meme coin market. I hope you enjoyed this show. This is CoinTalk. I'm your host, 𝗕𝗟𝗡𝗏. So very important, we need to start with Fartcoin. Look, Fartcoin is playing out precisely as I have been saying for the past month. The support line held, now Trump reversed his tariffs, and we have at least a 90-day window, and everything is on track for Fartcoin to lead the meme coin market to $1 billion market cap. So now let's continue to these other memes. One of the biggest daily runners is Dark. I mentioned it, I think 2 days ago. Look, the structure on Dark hasn't been broken. The chart looks good and it looks primed to make new all-time highs, and that's where I would be looking to exit, something like 6 million market cap, maybe 7. But this one looks quite well. Then we have House, which I exited right around here, something like 14 million market cap. I am looking now to re-enter House, maybe on this level, maybe 11 million market cap. Let's see how it goes. This one is one of those coins I feel quite comfortable because I've been in since here quite early and I bought and sold quite a bunch of times. So I feel quite comfortable when it comes to House coin. I'm just looking to grab some more here at 11 million market cap and then possibly resell on a double at 20 million market cap. I think would be a good exit again. So this is what I'm seeing on House coin, this and then 20 million market cap, and exit here for another double. Then we have Remus. Remus I think is one of the most exciting new meme coins. Remember I said, look, between here and here is where you add. I saw it come down, so I exited my Remus here at this level. I'm going to re-enter now because the chart is looking quite good. We have a higher low and the price is sort of like just going sideways. I do see an upward trend here, upward trend. And I do think we could see the price like suddenly pump and expand to something like 8 million market cap. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm still quite bullish Remus, and I think Remus can do amazing in the next few weeks. At the end of the day, dog coins always do the best. That theory hasn't been disproven. Fartcoin is the only one that's completely outside of the box. I'm quite bullish Remus, and I think this one could do quite well, especially in the long run. Then we have SSE. Look, SSE started bouncing a little bit yesterday, but it's still there at support. And it's still holding up better than Solana and better than Ethereum, and I'm just waiting to see when this thing starts moving. When it comes to SSE, now we just gotta have some patience. My target is still 20 million market cap for SSE. Until this trend line gets broken, I'm still bullish SSE. Then we have 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, which was yesterday's runner. I think here actually 7 to 6 million market cap. We saw 𝗕𝗟𝗢𝗙𝗙 make a post about it, and what he said was, look, I think this thing is gonna move higher, and that's when I knew I was not gonna enter this trade, because him and whoever is behind this, we're going to dump on everyone. And so what I'm looking at on 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 now is the lowest possible entry, which is 1.98 million. That's what I'm looking to enter. Yeah, so the worst possible case scenario. Let's see what happens when it comes here. If I start seeing it go sideways a little bit, I might re-enter. If it comes here and then it breaks this line, then yeah, I think it's over for 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥. So let's see, it's still at this level, but if it comes down to this level and then sideways, that means reaccumulation. Then I might be interested in it. If I catch it somewhere around here and sell it, I would sell it here at a double, something like 5 million market cap. But as of now, I'm not too interested in this 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 meme. But let's just see what happens in the next 2 days. When it comes to 𝗘𝗟𝗡, there's really not much to add on 𝗘𝗟𝗡. It broke its structure, but then it rebounded. And now let's see if support line gets touched again and if the price responds. It's still the same thing. If I see this support line hold and then a bounce, that's when I become extremely bullish. I will become even more bullish. And I do still believe 150 million market cap is a possible target. I do think 𝗘𝗟𝗡 will end up having an explosive move, especially now with no tariffs, at least for the next 90 days. Now, when it comes to MOG had a 20% day, which is quite nice. This one leads Ethereum with SPX, and everyone thinks Ethereum is dead, and it kind of is. But look, it came to support and it bounced, and then yesterday and then today it did 20%, which is good. And so I think it can actually go until something like 270 million. And from here, you can't double your money, but you can still get like 70 to 80%. But I do think some MOG whales might start buying MOG here. And in the next 90 days, we could even see MOG go to somewhere like, I don't know, 450, 480 million market cap. I think that would be possible. Let's see what happens. Same thing goes for Popcat. Look, support, it didn't touch support, but it came very, very close. I still think it can, it's possible, but this is the accumulation zone. It's between 286 million. When it leaves this zone, I think that's when PopCat becomes extremely bullish. I would feel more confident in entering PopCat. And if you want to trade with size, you know, these two, out of all the larger cap meme coins, PopCat and MOG, I think after Fartcoin are probably some of the best. Now let's get on to Hyperliquid. At the end, I also have a gem on abstract chain. So Hyperliquid, when it comes to revenue, at least in the past 7 days, it's higher than Solana and Ethereum and also Pump.Fun. We cannot ignore Hyperliquid. So let's look at some of their memes. Their charts, look, they all look like Christmas trees, and usually that's bad, but maybe in their case, that just means we can get a lot of gains on some of these recoveries. I think you can trade most of these with perps on Hyperliquid, which I would not advise trading meme coins with perps, but you can get spot is more than enough. From 48 million to the all-time high, that's, you know, 700%. You know, you can get an 8.5x if this thing recovers. So do you think that this year or the next things will recover? If you think, then maybe buying spot here and holding it for a while, because Hyperliquid will definitely come back if Bitcoin recovers, and will possibly come back even stronger. And then all the meme coin hype on Hyperliquid, I think, will be a lot stronger even than maybe Ethereum. These would be good buys, because I think this is the biggest meme coin on Hyperliquid, and it was the first, and it's supported by the chain and by its biggest players. I think this is probably maybe one of the best meme coins to start accumulating with more of a long-term view. Now, if the market turns bullish, this thing can go to a billion market cap, could go even higher, but you know, 8.5x is more than good enough. I think this is better than altcoins. If you want some beta to Hyperliquid that will definitely outperform it, buy its main meme coin, which is now completely down. This is an obvious trade that will end up very nicely if you believe that in the next year or two things will recover. More on Hyperliquid, we have PIP. This is another big meme coin there, 4 million market cap, a bit lower market cap, a bit more risk, until its all-time high of 81 million. From here, we are talking, you can basically get a 17x on your money here. Of course, if it only goes to 80 million, it could go higher. This is another great opportunity on Hyperliquid. No one's talking about these memes on Hyperliquid. When we reverse, Hyperliquid likely will outperform Solana and also SUI, because SUI has a ton of VCs to dump on your head. And what do you think happens when Hyperliquid starts moving? Their meme coins will move even faster. They're just a beta to Hyperliquid. I'm gonna buy some of these memes. This is not the Solana trenches where we have thousands of people competing with each other. This is a smaller community. The people who are holding here are not these short-term, you know, day-to-day traders. And I do think these can recover quite fast and aggressively. And I think Hyperliquid is being completely forgotten. But this is probably where you have maybe the best meme trade as of now that I'm seeing. Like, these charts are completely rugged and dead. And when Hyperliquid turns and doubles, triples, these things will put, you know, 20x's, 15x's, etc. So yeah, I like PIP a lot. I think I'm gonna buy some PIP. Then we have also this one called Hyperfun, very similar to PIP. Look, trend line, it's basically making higher lows, and it's at support until all-time highs. We're talking 10x. This is not even a meme coin, it's just the tooling behind all the memes. But this is also a very interesting trade here that could do quite well. Another one is 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥, similar position to PIP. The Hyperliquid guys, they like their cat coins, and I'm all for that. We need a dog coin on Hyperliquid, by the way. But 𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗡𝗥 also doing well. Look, this trend line making higher lows on a longer time frame. From here to all-time highs, we are talking 10x, maybe a little bit more. But you know what Hyperliquid is giving me? It's giving me ton Telegram vibes. I remember Redo did quite well, and I think we have a ton of opportunity here. Then finally, let's look at this meme coin on Abstract, which no one's talking about but has been doing quite well. Very interesting trend line here. It topped at 20 million, which is usually where meme coins top. And to enter this trade, I think somewhere around 6 million market cap looks like a good entry. Previous resistance right around 5 million. And also support here at 6 million. I think 6 million is a good entry. It could maybe go a little bit lower and sort of touch where this week went and this previous support here in 18-22 March. This line, it could come a little bit deeper and maybe touch 5 million. I think 𝗵𝗘 is the main meme coin on Abstract as a premier meme coin. If you see a pullback here to the 6 to 5 million market cap, on its second move, it could go to 50 million market cap. I think it's completely possible to see the premier meme coin on I think it's $1 billion chain, be at 50 million market cap, because on other chains, their main meme coins did. a lot more. And this is also some sort of like Pingu beta, has that in its favor. And sometimes we have to sort of leave the Solana trenches because there are better opportunities to trade meme coins, other places where it's less competitive, there's less noise. I think trading long-term on Solana as of today is a big no-no. You just have to enter and exit very fast on all these trades because everyone there is good and knows what they're doing. That's my video for today. If you wanna 10x your money, come to Hyperliquid, maybe abstract and buy something like Upstart. But I do think Hyperliquid is probably the best place for 10x's as of now.